Kontakt 8 is out and we have a lot to cover, so let's get into it. Native Instruments just dropped Kontakt 8, and like I said in the intro, we have a lot to cover. But if you don't know me, I'm Phil, producer, songwriter, and on this channel I often cover tutorials or give you little tips on productions, on songwriting, so if that is your cup of tea, you know what to do. But let's jump into Kontakt 8. So here we are with a brand new instance of Kontakt 8, and it probably seems very familiar, but you're going to notice some things right off the bat. For instance, at the top we have an Instruments tab, a Combined, Tools, Leap, Loops, and One-Shots. So now we have easy access as well as some brand new tools we're going to be covering today. The new Combine tab is essentially going to just make a bunch of multi-patches for your instruments. So now, while you can always go create your own instruments, you're going to be able to have some presets. And I think that's really just going to open up the door from a songwriter's perspective. So as you may or may not be aware, Native Instruments is also starting to create and bring these tools, they call them. So the two that you're going to get that come along with Kontakt 8 are Chords and Phrases, and we're going to dive a little bit deeper into those here shortly. They're also opening up the door to some new expansion types for Leap, they call it. Now this, for me, I think can really help with writer's block, or if you just want to get a little motivation, get a little inspiration, you're going to see it's very easy to just kind of get a groove going and just overall get something started. Now, one thing I love is now all of my machine expansions are right here available in Kontakt. And now Kontakt 8 can truly just be my one hub, easy access to a majority of my production tools and instruments. Now, there's one more thing you're probably going to notice as a big change. Let's open up an instrument and see if you notice. Now, when we look here, there is a new view when we have now opened up an instrument. Now, leave a comment below whether you like the new view or you prefer the old view, but here's what I like about the new view. I like having that library view of all of my VST instruments over here on the side. For me, this is the view I like, but I know there's going to be some individuals who it's just part of your workflow. You love the old view. Native Instruments has you covered. We can go up to View, click Classic View, and here you are. Here is your original view. For me, I like the new view, but you still have access to that classic view. Here we have a nice piano open. But I feel like it needs some type of pad. Now, Kontakt 8 makes it very easy for us to layer our own instruments together, and there's two ways that I found that we can do that. First, I can click the plus sign, go to the instrument I want to add. In this case, I want a nice little ambient choir. So let's click the Foundations Emotional Choir. That sounds so nice. Now the other way we can do that is just close the grandeur here. Still go to the choir. I can also just drag it over underneath. And now that I have those instruments layered, I can pan and adjust the volume to make it sound just the way I want it. But what about the tools? Let's first jump into phrases. So we have Alicia's electric keys up here. To open up a tool, we can click tool up here. It'll bring our two available tools. I'll click phrases. And then just like when I'm searching through different presets for any VST instruments, I can look through over 100 different phrases. I like that. Double click it. And now at the key switches at the bottom, you'll see that there are 3 octaves worth of phrases. And if you have one of the Control MK3 keyboards, the key bed automatically lights up just like it would with any other VST instrument. And that will change as I select in Kontakt date which one I want to see. So if I want to see Alicia's electric keys, I select there, and now my MK3 is fully set to manipulate that VST. Or I go back up to the phrases, and now it is set for me to fully manipulate the phrases. Then the next set is just another octave up. So here's the lower C. So that's one way to adjust. The other thing we can do is, you can see here it's set to global. I can unclick global, and now I'm just manipulating this one C phrase. I can rotate it. Invert. Or just randomize it. But I don't like any of that. I just want to go back to originally what it was. I'll just click the little arrow. Now, having global selected will do that to every single one of those key phrases. We have the ability to add some swing. Double time. Or half time. Now, something else we can do. Up here I have Keyscape. Now, Keyscape is not available for me to use in Kontakt, but I want that phrase in there. Kontakt date will allow me to grab that phrase and then just move it MIDI-wise up to Keyscape. Here's a couple phrases I was messing around with. Here we have one of my favorite patches from Inspire 2. But let's see if the Chords tool can give us some inspiration. I like that one. Do a strumming effect. Now, with the strings, what it's going to do is not make it so just in your face. They should come in just a little bit separately. We probably won't even notice. Let's take a look at lead. Yep, we're trying that one. So we can see our available key switches at the bottom here. And you can press multiple at the same time. Now the black keys are going to initiate different types of effects. We can change the key that we're in. Now let's say we like this, but we want a little more control of where it starts. We can click the little piano roll here, and now it's laid it out a little more melodic. When we come over to loops, again, here's all of our expansions. We got our one shots. And lastly here we have this combined. I can also select only those ones that have been enhanced with the new tools. You know, I always create some type of small production when I'm taking a look at a new instrument, so here's what I came up with. So this chord progression came to mind. A flat major, C minor, F sharp major, B flat minor. And then this is what I came up with. This is the pensive preset from Kithara. With the piano, it sounds like this. The low end was feeling a little empty, so I added some low end, unintended. This is one of my go-tos from Orchestral Tools. Amazing VST company. And later in the production, I actually have that go all the way out. But here, just using it to introduce itself a little bit. Now, if you saw my review of the orchestral parts of Kontakt 7 last year, you would know that my absolute favorite sound is the cello, so I had to add it into this production. And then one of the combined instruments put a bunch of elements from Mutations together, and I just thought it created a great background type of top. Now, if you'd like to hear that production all the way through, I'll put it here at the end, but that's Kontakt 8. That's a brief walkthrough. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. As you can see, there's so much more that we could cover. So if there is something that you feel I missed or something that you would like to look in a little deeper, drop a comment below and I'll try to make a video on some of the comments I see on some items you'd like for me to go over. But if you'd like to check out Kontakt 8 or any of the complete 15 bundles, I'll leave a link down below, down in the description. It is an affiliate link, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. It just supports the channel. But until next time, I'm Phil. Keep creating music.